It's my yearly breakdown of mentality for you. Don't look at the squad, don't look at the gamer tag, don't react to how your opponent is playing. You need to go in with a clear mind and focus on playing your game. And if you can't sit through the 5 to 10 minutes of my knowledge that I've generated over years, and you can't listen to me for that long, then you don't deserve the knowledge I'm about to break down for you. You've just clicked on this video and it's the only FIFA tutorial that you need to watch all year. Of course, I don't mean that literally, because I'm going to have plenty more videos and tutorials coming out on this channel that you're going to find very helpful. But what I mean by that is, it literally is one of the only most important tutorials that you will need to actually genuinely improve, regardless of what technique you learn, regardless of whatever you learn on YouTube. This will be game changing for you. Okay, now I always title my videos pro tutorial, as if I'm a pro. Look, I used to be a pro, as you know. I used to compete for Brisbane Roar, okay? Am I as good now? No, I think my reactions are getting slower. I'm 26 years, nearly old, and I feel as though I'm nowhere near as good as I used to be. But what I have is a whelm of knowledge, and today, it's my yearly breakdown of mentality for you. And if you can't sit through the 5 to 10 minutes of my knowledge that I've generated over years, and you can't listen to me for that long, then you don't deserve the knowledge I'm about to break down for you. I want to talk about flow state. I talk about it every single year. Half of you think it's bullshit. Half of you actually do believe me. And I think it's actually a true thing. According to psychology, it is. And if you speak to any esports psychologist, they'll talk to you about flow state. What flow state generally is when you're in a mind frame where you're playing at an autonomous rate. So basically, you're playing like you're a robot. You don't react, you don't think or overthink things. You're in a state of flow state. People get it when they're painting, when they're doing a specific art, and in general, it's a relaxed state where no matter what you're doing, no matter what is happening in front of you, you don't react. And if you truly want to improve in EAFC, you need to work on your mentality, aka work on trying to get in this flow state. I'm sure you've experienced it before. Let me ask you, have you been in a weekend league in Foot Champs and you've noticed that, wow, I'm playing amazing right now. It just seems to be flowing. I'm not overthinking. I'm making the right passes. I'm making the right decisions. And I'm not caring if I go down because I'm confident in myself I can get this goal back. That's a form of flow state. Okay, and when I was playing in pro tournaments, I would always work on trying to get into this state. If I think about flow state, when I actually started to develop my mentality and getting myself into that mentality, it was around 2019. It was exactly when I actually made my first pro event in the E-League. I remember just working on it in those years and trying to play the game in a state where I wasn't thinking about the game. I was just letting everything flow, and I was allowing my confidence in the techniques that I knew and just being confident in my game, and also allowing that to take over and just zone out. Okay, and in the best weekend league finishes, it's when you're zoning out, you literally don't react to what's going on, and you're essentially just in that state where everything flows, nothing bothers you. You may concede a shitty goal, but it doesn't matter. You're going to get another one back, and you're in that state. To actually try and get yourself into that state is the trouble. It's the most difficult part of this tutorial and this breakdown that I'm doing for you today. But what I will say is, there are techniques that you can do to develop your mentality to hopefully eventually one day be able to get into that state. There's no quick fix to getting yourself into that mentality, but techniques that I have used in the past to help me get into that is, number one, not looking at the squad. And in fact, I'll tell it to you now. If you play a game of EAFC and you're predetermining a result of a match before it even happens, you will not get yourself into flow state because you're thinking about those factors, those aspects that will lead to that result. For instance, if you look at the squad before you go into the game, you're going to look at that squad and judge your opponent before the game has even started. You're going to look at the squad and go, he's got R9. He may beat me because there's a better team. You're predetermining the result. You may look at his team, he's got a full gold team, and you're thinking, I'm going to beat him because I have a much better team than him. Or, he's got a gold squad, but he's in Division 2. He must be a good player. Regardless of what you're thinking, you are predetermining the result of a match. Hence, you will not be able to get into a flow state. The next thing is look at the gamer tag. A lot of people look at the gamer tag and think, oh, I versed him last week. I beat him. I'm going to beat him again. You're predetermining the result. Or, he flogged me last week. I'm about to get my ass kicked. No, that's predetermining a result. You'll even see me in a pro tournament against Marco, Footwiz Marco, putting my head down and zoning out, not even thinking about the match. This is me trying to get myself into that flow state where I'm non-reactive, I'm not thinking or overthinking too much about the game, and I'm just going to go in and play my game. Okay? You'll see that. It's a clip. It came up here. Another aspect that may predetermine the result is you start playing and you notice your opponent, he's spamming skill moves, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's spamming the pass button. Oh, look at him. His first time passing around the pitch, he thinks he's so good. You're still predetermining a result of the match because your opponent may be spamming the pass button to have quick tiki-taka passing, to maybe overdo it, because people do that. They want to feel good, they want to feel confident in their match, they want to feel as though they're a good player, so they spam the pass button to make them look like they're a good player. You'll predetermine the result from that because you'll think to yourself, he's got no skill, he's not going to beat me, look at what he's doing. Spamming skill moves in his own half. The guy is in that division, he's most likely going to at least put up a good fight against you. Okay? Those are the sorts of things that will make you predetermine a result. So, in my opinion, don't look at the squad, don't look at the gamer tag, don't react to how your opponent is playing. You need to go in with a clear mind and focus on playing your game. Put your head down before you go into a match, zone out, and then just start playing. Don't think about it too much and treat every opponent as if they are the same opponent. Okay? Just play your game. Doesn't matter who it is. Play and treat the opponent you're playing as if he's the same guy every time. Okay? Now, that is a breakdown of flow state. If you want more information on that, just search it up in psychology and it will come up. Specifically in esports, there are case studies on it. You can look it up and you can also try and learn other techniques that people may know. I'm no psychologist. I don't know exactly how to get yourself into that state normally or naturally, but I know how I can get myself into that state through FIFA. Okay, so those are the tips and tricks that I can give you to help you with that. You can then go and search up flow state and try to apply it to your game, to your mentality to get better. If you can get yourself into this state, it will be the only FIFA tutorial that you will need to know, because everything you've learned in the past in terms of techniques, skill moves, build-up play, tactics, defending, attacking, will come naturally to you, okay? Because you're not overthinking it, and you'll be confident in your ability to play the game. Now, I am coaching one-on-one. If you want to be a part of the academy, the link is down below. You can check that out and get a one-on-one session with me, okay? But I'm out. Sayonara. Au revoir. Adios. Salam. Ciao. Goodbye.
If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code DylanEtsATP at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys, so thank you.